Assalamu alaikum and good greetings. So today I'll be watching a video titled Pro Zionist Jew Converts to Islam. You turned your back on your people. My assumption is the later part is the remark or the comments that he received after he converted to Islam, being previously a pro-Zionist Jew. And I guess the Jewish community that is perhaps also pro-Zionist call him that he has turned his back on his people. As I previously said in the previous video, that I'm interested in listening to the experiences of those who have a Jewish background that became Muslim, right? How the experience is like, and I think in this video, hopefully, it will give me some appreciation of that. So without further ado, let's watch.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. When I became a Muslim, I was told by somebody that I had turned my back on my people. I had turned my back on my Jewish identity, my Jewish people. However, I'm actually closer to traditional Judaism now as a Muslim than I ever was as a secular liberal Jew. My creed and practices now as a Muslim are so much closer to the way of my ancestors. I believe and worship the God of Musa, the God of Moses. I don't eat pork. I have my boys circumcised. Ironically, many ethnic Jews who have completely abandoned these practices, they are seen in a much more favorable light than someone like me by Zionists themselves, despite how distant they are from the way of Musa, the way of Moses.
But from my understanding, Zionist is not really about that, right? It's not about the root of the teaching of Musa or Moses, right? Because Zionists have a specific agenda that is not about the teaching itself. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what I know.
So, from the perspective of Jewishness in a creedal sense, have I really turned my back on my people, coming from secular liberal ethics, rooted in atheism? Or rather, is it the one that rejects the God of Musa, the God of Moses, the God that Moses called us to, the God at the center of the identity of Moses and his people, Bani Israel, the children of Israel? I'm merely turning the script here. I'm not saying that Judaism and Islam are the same. There are clear differences. But I'm saying that Islam is a lot closer to Jewish orthodoxy than secular liberalism, secular atheist liberalism.
Okay, so if I understand correctly, this is more about the Zionism or the common Jewish people nowadays, rather than the orthodox belief and practices of the Jewish Orthodox, right?
In fact, to the contrary, I've actually turned towards the way of my ancestors, my people. I remember my mom actually telling me that the Jews are waiting for their next prophet. Many Jews migrated to Medina, otherwise known as Yathrib, in modern-day Saudi Arabia, awaiting a prophet mentioned in the Old Testament by his distinct attributes, even his name and the areas that he will come to and the areas that he will migrate from. It's mentioned explicitly in the Old Testament that this prophet will emigrate from Mecca to Medina, and their people, the people of Medina, will rejoice at his arrival. Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when he finally arrived in Medina, the most knowledgeable of the Jews, a rabbi called Abdullah ibn Salam, recognized him because of his knowledge of the scriptures and the fact that he was mentioned in there. He recognized him and he accepted Islam. Am I not following in the footsteps of my people? The ones that really believed in the God of Musa, the God of Moses? Just like our ancestors, I even emigrated to Saudi Arabia to be close to the Prophet's city, to benefit from the inheritance left by the Prophet. The inheritance being the knowledge and guidance that he taught to his companions that has been transmitted to the scholars, the ulama, of this blessed city of Medina and other cities around the country. The likes of Sheikh Abdul Muhsin al-Abbad and his son, Sheikh Abdul Razak al-Badr. I'll finish on this. Allah mentions in the Quran, in Surah Al-Ma'idah, verse 68 to verse 71, say, O people of the scripture, you are standing on nothing until you uphold the law of the Torah, the gospel, and what has been revealed to you from your Lord. And that which has been revealed to you from your Lord will surely increase many of them in transgression and disbelief. So do not grieve over the disbelieving people. Indeed, those who have believed in the Prophet Muhammad and those before him who were Jews or Sabians or Christians, those among them who believed in Allah and the last day and did righteousness, no fear will there be concerning them, nor will they grieve. We had already taken the covenant of the children of Israel and had sent to them messengers. Whenever there came to them a messenger with what their souls did not desire, a party of messengers they denied and another party they killed. And they thought there would be no resulting punishment. So they became blind and deaf. Then Allah turned to them in forgiveness. Then again, many of them became blind and deaf. And Allah is seeing of what you do. They became blind to the truth. They rejected the truth to the point of pure atheism. Choosing atheism over what Moses was sent with is the biggest form of turning one's back on one's people. I call you to turn back to the way of Moses by accepting the Prophet who we were all waiting for, who came, the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He came to the place mentioned in the Jewish scriptures, to the place that our forefathers emigrated to, in Yathrib, in Medina. What are we waiting for? The sifat, the attributes, the explanations are explicit. I'll put a link below so you can see a video describing exactly what was said in the Old Testament about this man that will come. Let's not turn our back on our people. وصلى الله وسلم على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين.
Okay, the video is not yet over. Is it a scripture?
قل يا أهل الكتاب لستم على شيء حتى تقيموا التوراة والإنجيل وما أنزل إليكم من ربكم وليزيدن كثيرا منهم ما أنزل إليك من ربك طغيانا وكفرا فلا تأس على القوم الكافرين. إن الذين آمنوا والذين هادوا والصابئون والنصارى من آمن بالله واليوم الآخر وعمل صالحا فلا خوف عليهم ولا هم يحزنون. لقد أخذنا ميثاق بني إسرائيل وأرسلنا إليهم رسلا كلما جاءهم رسول بما لا تهوى أنفسهم فريقا كذبوا وفريقا يقتلون وحسبوا ألا تكون فتنة فعموا وصموا ثم تاب الله عليهم ثم عموا وصموا كثير منهم والله بصير بما يعملون.
Sadaqallahu azim. Alright. So, that is interesting because I think the way he addressed the audience is like he mainly target those people from the Jewish background or Jewish faith or ethnicity, right? Because he is saying that those who actually left what Musa alayhi salam or Moses brought is the one that left the people, right? And then favor atheism because that's generally how I think generally the Jewish community is now, right? In terms of their actual belief and practice. It's more of a tribalism rather than upholding a belief system. Yeah, interesting. And he said he is going to give some links in the description to see the Old Testament. I'm interested on that, so maybe we will go about that one after this, because he make a claim that in the Old Testament itself, it did describe the prophet that is coming, and even describe the migration to Medina. So of course I'm interested to know what the Bible or the Old Testament actually say about that. And if I haven't had any comment from anyone who claimed to be Jewish before, because I'm interested to know the feedback if we cover that material. What do people that believe in the Old Testament think about that? Yep. So I guess it is interesting, in the sense that if you say you turn your back on your people, and that's your people is Bani Israel, then of course Bani Israel receive messengers and prophets, including Prophet Musa alayhi salam or Moses alayhi salam. Are you still upholding what Musa said or teach or not? Right. So that's a big question for those who claim to be Bani Israel. Wallahu alam. So thank you for watching. See you next time.